love going live more with y'all. This is really my therapy. Tell me what your therapy is, because I have been consistently content creating since August of the last year, 2023. It is July of 2024, almost 1 year, almost shy of 1 year since I've been content creating. And you know, you feel like things will fill a void within you, but there's still that one thing that feels like it's missing. Like everything might be going right in your life, everything might be, oh, my finances good, my relationship's good, my career is going well, my just emotionally, physically, everything's going well, but you're still like, why don't I feel completely like well within myself? And this goes for me to think that, you know, we're pushed to get these glow up treatments, get these products, take this CMOS, take this, all this external things to put inside our body. And yes, what we eat does matter in how we feel, but there's internal, there's mental. Yes, we could have brain food, we could have all of that, but what happens when we switch our mental to, okay, I actually need to get rid of this trauma. Okay, well, I really need to talk about what I'm afraid to talk about, what I feel shameful to discuss. The things that you are afraid to talk about are the things that will set you free. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Like Dutch Love said, because the things you are afraid to discuss, to say out loud, are exactly the things that are holding you back from a fulfilling, wholesome life. I can't stress that enough, because I was feeling for a long time that, you know, things are going right. When things are going right, it's like, oh, you know, you feel happy and everything, but it's still just something that's like off. It still feels off. Like, why does it feel off? Well, there are different types of therapies, and counseling, yes, is one of them. But a lot of people I know don't like going to counseling, feel like it doesn't help them, when really you're just afraid of going into depth, going into yourself, diving back like deep in your soul. When you dive deep within your soul, that's a whole different story. Like, you could go to counseling and talk this little shebang out all you want to, but until you decide to fully plant your foot in that ground, to stand tall in yourself, that's the only time you're going to truly transform. I can't stress enough how many times I have felt I'm doing everything right. Why do I still feel this way? And living in your purpose is one thing, but a second thing is really helping people based off of what you've been through. What has been your journey? How can you help other people? You could have undergone something very, very super deep and traumatic that you don't want to come out about. You don't want to tell anyone. And then there's the other half of women that are like, yes, I need to tell my story. Like, I need to talk out loud about this. And I have been that woman where I don't like talking, like, I could talk about glow up all day long and things I have done to, you know, glow up outside of myself, but the real glow up is internal. The real glow up is you turning within and not, okay, well, I need to do this skincare routine. I need to, just external. That's all external. What is like a whole wash? How can you wash yourself internally, mentally? You feel something, everything's going right, but at the same time, something is missing. You still feel it like in your mind and your body. I'm telling you, all I'm telling you is when something feels like it's missing mentally, like when everything is going right, it mostly starts with your faith, with what you believe in, your thoughts. If you feel like huddled up and, oh, I don't want to speak about certain things, and you feel tense in your shoulders and you're just like, I feel choked up every time I talk about this specific subject. What this happened to me, I didn't like when this happened, but I didn't speak up. Us as women, we are conditioned and trained to be quiet, to speak only when spoken to. Do you agree? Or have you been taught to always stand your ground and speak up for yourself? I want to know something. Let me know. Tell me in the comments, in the live commentary, because we have been like shut down and our voices have been like pushed down so much that when we do speak up, when we try to speak up, it's uncomfortable. Hey kid, how you doing? Welcome back to the live. This our second or third live now? I don't remember, because I've been going live multiple times on different platforms. Oh yes, DB, the question was, do you feel, oh, you're good, kid, it's fine, we're here now. But the question was, do you feel like you have been silenced? Do you feel like you've been pushed down, like your voice has been silenced, or you feel heard but not seen? That was the question. Because I feel like we've all had a time in our life where we feel that, okay, maybe I do say something out loud and someone hears me, but they don't see me. They don't see where I'm coming from. People have not experienced what you have experienced. And that's another thing that is kind of cliche. People always say, you'll never understand. You don't know what I went through. All we can do is listen. That's exactly what I meant. Like, when you try to explain it, then they don't get it. And do y'all believe in God, or y'all believe in like something above you? Do you believe in a higher power? Like, what is it that you believe in? Because the missing piece for me was up there. Honestly, like my whole life I have grown up with spirituality. So like Mother Earth, nature, the universe. But until I was, in a desperate situation of I feel like the church was calling me. And I've never felt that way in my life. Like, when I was a little girl, I hated when people tried to force me to believe in what they believed in. I've always been rebellious. Have you felt that way too? Like, I don't know if I should because everyone else is doing that. But it's like, in a desperate situation, when you're down low and bad, it's like when you learn the most, when you see who is actually here for you and who is not. And yeah, like so many people hated church. And it's like, since I moved, I've had a lot of things happen to me out here where I'm like, I kept this church, like, just, it kept poking my eye. Like, I wanted to go. And I was scared for so many months. But then when I finally went, yes. See, when it's forced on you, you're like, I don't like that shit. But when you learn, like, what your faith is on your own, exactly. You met your people, your church people, your community. And it's like, that's the thing. Things were going real bad. And then as soon as I went to this church, I stopped being a scaredy little bitch. And I went to the church by myself. You know how strong, like how strong I felt in that moment, but it was so uncomfortable. But you know when the turning point in your life is necessary. You know when you need to change, something needs to change, and you're like, I can't be stuck here being comfortable. So I ended up going, and I've been going every Sunday ever since. And it was like, I can't believe that was my missing piece. What is your missing piece? Do you feel like something is missing? Because you could even see my skin, like it's glowing like it never has before. It's not about a skin routine. It's truly about belief and letting go and letting God. And yes, like, you can do everything externally to make yourself look better. And thank you, Ked. Yes, period. Period, yes, because we could do everything external to make ourselves look better. And we think it's going to make us feel better. But if we don't take care of our mental, of our thoughts, who is? We're the only ones living in our mind every day. No one else is going to be living in our mind. No one else knows what we're thinking. If you have thoughts in the back of your head that are, you know, in a lack mindset of, oh, like, this isn't working out how I wanted it to. Just, you know, those thoughts where you're like, damn, like, I have this big financial situation I need to pay off, but, like, I don't want to put up this money. And it's like in a lack mindset. Instead of, okay, if I put this money out, I know it's going to be returned to me tenfold if I stop worrying. If I stop and just let go of this control that has been installed in you. You crave, like, you want to hold and grasp onto this control so bad because you feel like it's doing you well when it's really not doing anything good for you. Can you agree? Because when I decided to let go of my control, everything started working out. See, and I don't know. I mean, you might have had a similar experience. I'm actually waiting for this YouTube video to upload so I could show y'all what the video is going to be for this week. The video for this week is I was saved from selling my soul. Do you feel like that? Do you feel like you had to be saved? Oh, it's downloading right now. Because, yep, here it is. Here's the video. I want to show you right quick how it's going to be looking. Because I haven't uploaded it yet, but I want to show you the little thumbnail so you could tell me what you think and how you feel about it. It's on my laptop. Can I turn this? No. It says God calling, escaping darkness, repeating cycles in the sex industry. so many people feel weird about talking about sex and just like being in dark industries. This can be the strip club, this could be drug dealing, this can be like hustling, like anything that you know it's not right, but you needed to do it in desperation. Have you felt like that? Like, I needed to do this out of desperation. This wasn't me, but I needed this to get from point A to point B. I'm just uploading the video now so I could edit it and it'll be ready to go on Friday, because normally I don't talk about my reality and my situation on here. I'll come on here, you know, spitting some, what's your 9 to 5 right now? Like something that you just don't like, or hey Valerie, how you doing? Welcome to the live. You know, we talking about what's missing and just bad experiences we had to do to get to where we are today. Okay, so that's your 9 to 5 right now, and you just feel like, I need to get out of this. But we can't have a plan B. What is plan A? And that's the most important to us, family. What can you do about that? Like, have you thought about it? Like, what can you do about being with your family more and escaping that pettiness of your 9 to 5? Hey, I'm waiting for you. That's why I'm quiet. I'm waiting for you. Okay, I don't know where the video went. I wanted to show you. But, okay, but I just want to say unplugging more is more like a band-aid. So I did this when I was working in the strip club industry. I would have my, oh, this is my self-care time. This is my, you know, I would really be lathering myself in so much self-care and unplugging things to really feel like I'm doing something right. I'm doing something okay, as long as I got income through this very toxic environment I was in. I was in the strip club industry for almost 5 years. And I talk way more in depth about this in my I Was Saved from Selling My Soul video that is coming out on Friday. Toxic. People try to exaggerate it and promote it in, you know, nowadays culture, but really it's, I'm gonna tell you, nope, it's better to sell a product than your soul. Can you agree? It's better to sell a product than it is to sell your soul. I need to find this video, because man, I'm really going nitty gritty in depth in experiences and the hard parts of dealing with what you needed to do to survive. Yeah, it's like I need to cut it down to, it's better to sell your product than your soul. Yes, Valerie. Yes, it is. Because what happens when you sell your soul? Just tell me, like, what do you think happens when you sell your soul? You lose yourself. You lose your self-worth. You lose the value of yourself. You're numb in everything you do. So you think everything you do for $1 is okay. It's normal. It's not normal. I want to be able to. Yep, if you sell your soul, you wouldn't be able to talk and feel, yep, your joy is stolen. And it's all, no, we're here on earth to live a peaceful life. We're here to see who outlasts each other. You already know stress kills. Stress makes you die sooner. So what do we want to do? We want to live a long, fulfilling, wholesome life. That's what everyone wants, right? And just think about the things that you do that are not fulfilling. You know, like that could be, for a lot of people, that's drinking, trying to cover up, and unplug. That's what a lot of people call unplugging. Like, it's okay to have, like, you know, a drink here and there, but in the industry I was in, I was fortunate enough not to get stuck in alcoholism. I seen, you know, females around me get stuck in a lot of toxic unplugging that eventually took over their life. And you can't help people that don't want help. You can't save someone who doesn't want saving. If you don't take yourself serious, no one is going to take you serious. You know? Like, I had a friend the other day. I'm gonna be honest. I told her how I felt. I told her how I felt after a few months, and I just felt that there were some things she was doing that I didn't want. I didn't want a friend doing that type of stuff. And I came clean about it. I'm like, you know what? I can't pretend that we're cool when this is in the back of my mind every time your name pops up. So after I say it, she, you know, sends her voice memos back, and that was scary. But you need to do things that you are afraid of. What are you afraid of? Tell me right now in the chat, what are you afraid of? Like, so many people nowadays are afraid of confrontation, are afraid of getting in arguments with friends. And see, it's like how you argue with your partner, how you argue with your family all the time, and that's normal. But as soon as you get in an argument with a friend, it's like, nope, I'm cutting that bitch off because we got in an argument. What? Afraid of being poor. And that's crazy that you say that, because I actually was thinking, like, what am I truly afraid of? And I didn't find that out until I was on shrooms. I had a shrooms trip months ago. I'll never take them again. I'll never take shrooms again, y'all, because it showed me my most fearing state. And that was exactly what you said, DB. Afraid of being poor. Afraid of poverty. Afraid of not having everything that you can attain at your fingertips. I'm talking about real fear. What is your real fears? Like, afraid of not having a home, afraid of not being able to eat, like real life situations, you know? Period. Because once we get in a cycle, and that's why a lot of successful people come from poverty, is because they know how it feels. They, like, if you were just born into a well-off situation where your family's like, you know, regular 9-to-5ers, and they want you to get this really good 9-to-5 job and put you into a bunch of schooling debt and only make this certain amount per year. That's the cycle that a lot of people get into, which is what, 4D or some shit. But when you come from somewhere very low, it's like you either stay in that place or you escape that place. And how do you escape that place? By getting rich quick, by getting the fuck out of that place and making something for yourself. And what do you got to do to get rich quick? Normally, to get rich quick, you got to do things that you don't want to do. Am I right? We got, like, yes, we got to do things we don't want to do sometimes, but you know when it doesn't align with your soul, with God's plan for you. Can I read you? Actually, like, I have my little notes right here about scripture, and I just want to read you this. It says, Proverbs 12, verse 11. A hard worker has plenty of food, but a person who chases fantasies has no sense. A person who chases fantasies has no sense. Can you relate to that? Or are you a hard worker that has plenty of food? Everyone knows. You know what? Actually, no. This goes into this other proverb. Proverbs 13, verse 11. Wealth from get-rich-quick schemes quickly disappears. Wealth from hard work grows over time. And what is everyone promoting right now? Get-rich-quick schemes. Get rich quick. Do this side hustle. Take my course. Read this ebook. You're going to get rich quick. That disappears. It is all fantasies dangling in front of your face. It is shiny object syndrome. Real wealth, real richness and wholeness and fullness comes from long-term investments. What is a long-term investment? You are a long-term investment. How are you going to make this without putting your health and mental first? You're not going to be able to perform at your best if you don't get your mental right, you don't get your gut right. Cheers with my tea. And I'm using this straw because I don't want my teeth to, you know. Oh yes, we finally got the video. But yeah, if y'all want to know more about like the cheers, the like darkness of the industry I was in, tune into that video on Friday. I'm talking more in depth. I'm not going to go super deep into it in this live, but everyone glamorizes this get rich quick schemes and the strip club industry, the sex industry. Like, I live in LA. There's real 304s here that come out and are okay with that. They're okay with calling themselves that. As the feminine divine woman that I am now, I don't judge. I've been in every type of situation, and I'm not judging people, but it's like I would rather tell you my story so you can be inspired not to go that route. A lot of people have to learn the hard way. And would you rather, okay, I'm gonna just ask you a question. Answer in the chat, please. Would you rather get somewhere quick? Say you gotta invest, I'm gonna just say an example. You have to invest $5,000 to get paid $1,000. You invest $5,000 one time, but you get to have $1,000 every month. Would you invest $5,000 one time to make $1,000 every month for the rest of your life? Just say yes or no in the chat. Yes or no? Would you put up 5 bands to make $1,000 a month for the rest of your life? Or do you still feel like, oh, I don't want to put up that much money and I'm only getting $1,000 back a month? Absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I see where everyone's head is at. Yes, okay. So let me ask you, why, if you don't feel this way, undermine it. But why don't you fully put in your focus on what you truly want to do? Is it because, oh, my 9 to 5 takes up most of my time? Oh, like, just tell me your excuse. I want to know. I'm not being judgmental. I just want to know, like, if you're not putting your 110% into your plan, into your, this is what I want to do with my life, tell me. I want to know. Like, I truly want to know, because as soon as I put forth my direct focus into letting go and letting God, my career started coming to me. I stopped chasing content creating. I stopped chasing a bag. In the club, I was always chasing a bag. Do we not realize what this Proverbs just said? Right here. A hard worker has plenty of food, but a person who chases fantasies has no sense. I want sense. I want wisdom. If it doesn't make money, that's what everyone would say. If it doesn't make money, I'm not doing it. Why does everything have to be about money? Investments isn't just all about money. Investments is in yourself, in your body, in your mental, in your health. Health is non-negotiable. Health should be a non-negotiable. If you know something's not feeling right in your body, how can you perform at your uttermost best to go and make that high reward? High risk equals high reward. Or do we want to be comfortable? Thank you, Valerie. I appreciate you. I'm just, I really want to inspire people to really go for what they want. Because if you don't, like, we're just going to live in a, like, it's not even stable. People say, I'm comfortable here because I'm stable, I'm secure. Chewing on what I'm saying, I love that. I've never heard chewing on what you're saying before. I'm gonna use that because I like that. Yeah, and see, a lot of people don't like thinking about like real life shit because it's hard. But it's like, we really gotta choose our heart. I seen this video the other day on, I don't know if y'all know him, but he's in Arizona, and he like interviews like people who live on the street, like people addicted to drugs and stuff. And he told this one lady, oh, I'll give you money if I can interview you about your experience, right? Well, as soon as they walked across the street, because she said yes, he put her on camera, and he was like, okay, so what's your situation? Like, tell me, how'd you end up here? And she's like, I did not get called over here for you to tell me how I should and should not be living my life. Ma'am, I just told you I'll pay you for this interview to interview based on your life. She just wanted money for this. I get it. Like, I get people don't want to be told and like slapped into shape, but that's what we need. If you don't have friends that try to slap you into shape, they're not your friends. If your friends are just trying to make you stay comfortable and stay down here, they're not your friends. If your family is steering you away of moving out of your hometown, your family don't care about you. They might care about you, like, oh, I love her, but you don't care about my growth. I told you I was moving. I told you I was moving out of my hometown, my home state. It's exactly what I did. And my whole life, they would say, I know you'll do that. I know you will. But as soon as I did, people want to act weird. Like, I literally told you my whole life I was moving. You think I would have expanded my mind this much by staying in my little hometown? No. You only can learn so much online. Like, you really gotta go and grasp it and take it for yourself. Snatch it up, because we can soak stuff up, we can have all the knowledge in the world, but what is knowledge without action? What can we do without action? Nothing. We could, this bathroom attendant at my old job, he would try to school me on stocks. He's like, oh, you need to get Ethereum, you need to get Bitcoin, you need to invest your money. And thing is, I had my own apartment. I was living alone. I was 21, and his situation was worse than mine. If you're on here, baby, you know I'm just telling the truth. But school, see, that's like, you can't ask, I'm gonna say the hard truth. You can't talk to someone in a lesser situation than you about somewhere you want to be. If you are interested in, let's say, trading online, and you tell your parents, oh, I'm about to start trading online, and they're like, what is trading? Oh, it's like investing in stocks, and then like you get the reward, you get the money, blah 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 blah. And they're like, oh, that sounds dangerous, like I won't want to risk my money like that. Are you going to want to take advice from someone who isn't already doing it or successful at it? I would never ask someone on the street, how do you be a content creator, when they haven't even ever been a content creator. See, this is why I'm like, your friends and the people you have around you is what makes you you. If you're hanging around bums who don't know how to get $1, that's who you become. Okay? Like, I got lost in the sauce. I'm not lying. I'm taking accountability. Working in the strip club industry, where did I find people that were further along than me? I'll tell you in a second. But see, working in the strip club industry, you're only surrounded by low vibrational people. You're surrounded by addicts. You're surrounded by, it could be addicted to facade, addicted to luxury, addicted to this paper that's fake. This is dirty money right here. You want to wash the money? You want to wash that dirty money? So the people that were further along than me, well, actually, the first person I met that was actually like doing really, see, I've always struggled with making good girl friendships because they've all been toxic or envious, or because I always try to put people on game, but you can't force people to take the game. They could run with it and not do nothing with it. So I moved to LA. I've always been a loner. I moved here with my man. He's on this level, okay? We're up here now, but we were like right here before. Anyways, oh, Jordan, Richard, oh my gosh. Thank you so much for that comment. Like, God bless you. Oh my gosh. Like, I really needed to hear that right now, and it really touches me. Amen. Thank you so much. Like, you're about to make me cry. I was such a crybaby. But, see, I totally lost my train of thought because that was so beautiful. Thank you, Jordan Richard. That's beautiful. I had to pause for a moment because thank you, Lord. Like, no facade shit. We're talking real God. We're talking real Holy Spirit is coming through to us. You're here for a reason. We're on this live for a reason. We're here to learn. That's where I was going. So I came out here and I've modeled like when I was younger, but I haven't modeled in years. I went to a modeling, like, what is it called? Like a modeling thing where you try out for one of my favorite brands out here. And it was a long ass line. It was 2 blocks long. I got in the line and this girl behind me, her and I started talking. She has a marketing agency. She quit her job. She quit her job to pursue her marketing agency. That's how I met the first person, like girl, I'm talking girl, that was in a good place, that wasn't in a toxic situation before when I was like not in my godly spirit. I would meet bitches that were 304s everywhere. Hoes. Everywhere I turn. Oh, I do this. Oh, I do this. And I'm like, exactly what I don't want to be around. Like, it was really when I turned my full faith into being a better person and taking myself out of those environments and situations that I found really good people. I went to the modeling thing, something I was afraid of going to. I seen the line, I'm like, I don't even want to get in that line. Like, that's bogus. What do I look like waiting in line? But I did. And look, I found a great friend, a godly friend out of it, who I am actually paying. I'm using her services right now to build me a website. And this is the thing. Oh my God, can we talk about this, please? Just because you have friends that do things that, you know, that you could utilize does not mean that you get a deal out of them. Pay for their services, support their business, because wouldn't you want them to do that for you? Like, of course, you could throw in some goodies, whatever you want to for them, but it's like, you want people to support you, right? You want your friends and family, loved ones, partner, you want everyone to support you in your business, in your endeavors, in your career, right? Yes or no? Okay, so when you have a friend then and you're like, oh, bro, like, I know you got a food truck, but like, give me a little food for free. Really? Really? Like, you see he just started his food truck and you're asking him for free food? You know how much food costs nowadays, especially in LA? Like, my groceries are $300 every time I go. And if you have a whole food truck, you got to stock that shit up. You got to pay for the food truck. You got to pay for the electricity. You got to pay for the cooking. You got to pay for the food, the spices, like everything. Just think about everything that goes into a business. It's not just one thing. Oh, you know, break me off. No. If we're good friends, good supporters, if you want a real friend, if you want to find these high quality people, you need to become high quality people. I feel like I was raised in kind of like a cheap mindset. Like, people I was around were always cheap, always got the cheapest stuff, and, you know, didn't give money to people or, you know, things that they didn't believe in, right? Which a lot of people don't. But see, when I started giving money, when I started giving my services, like helping people get on track, being like a little therapist, okay? Like, when I started doing that shit and nothing, no expectation in return, that is when my life started changing and the generosity started coming to me. It's not about finding and seeking the right people. It is about attracting them. Because everything you go out for and seek and try to find is not for you. It's not going to work for you. I asked God, I want a man to support my mentality, to be in the flesh. I want him to you know, treat me well. Of course, every woman wants this. But I've been in plenty of toxic relationships that they didn't treat me well. They were fucking, you know, they had money, but they were broke mentality wise. They didn't support me. I had my business endeavors and they didn't even support my business. Like, I would try to vent to them about my business and they wanted to talk about themselves the whole time. And that's the thing, we can't be selfish in relationships, friendships, family. Stop being selfish. Listen. Learn to listen and take your time when speaking. Because when you're always blah, 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 blind, you have no space to ingest and be that sponge that you need to be. We need to stop acting like we know everything, because we don't. We can learn something new from every single person we meet, we come into contact with, no matter if they're lower or higher than us, status wise. You can learn how you don't want to be. I don't want to move like that. Oh, I want to move like him. I want to move like her. She's popping more than me. I want to be around her. And not in no fan way. And I give you something, you give me something. Like, you teach me, I teach you. If you're around, think about this. Are you around friends that they don't teach you anything beneficial in your life? Be honest with yourself and be honest to me. Say it in the chat. Do you got friends in your life that don't teach you anything? Or if they do, what do they teach you? What do your friends teach you? What do your friends talk about? I want to know. Like, put it down so we could talk about it. What does your friend group, what does your circle talk about? I want to know. Let me know some, because I'll tell you what my friend group talks about. All my friend group, we don't talk about drama. We don't talk about bitches. We don't talk about, that are my coworkers. We are all. Interesting. Okay. How much we hate our jobs. I remember that. I remember that for sure. Yeah. So think about, if you're all talking about hating something that you all have in common, what can you do to get in a better circle? Don't engage in the hate talk. Don't engage. See, when everyone was negative around me at the club, I stopped engaging and focusing on me, because they weren't going to get me to where I wanted to be. They're still there. They're still at the fucking club. Oh my God, you see my face getting hot? Like, they're still at the fucking club. I'm not at the club anymore. I'm in a whole other state now because I stopped engaging with them. I stopped engaging with these low vibrational people. Yeah, what he said. What he said, yes. Yeah. Is it like a comfort thing that you're like, oh, I could continue living like this? Or you want to live in a different way? You want to love your job. What do you want to do? Like, what do you feel that your purpose is? What is God's plan for you? You know what it is. I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna continue with what we're preaching, what we're talking. Because if you're surrounded by people where all y'all do is talk drama, complain, talk about each other, is that where you want to be? Do you want to continue? Think about far out. Will that help you be more successful And I'm not talking about just finance. I'm not talking about just the shmanyan. I'm talking about within yourself. Do you feel like your body can withstand that negativity? What happens to your body? Tell me, what happens to your body when you're stressed? Oh, that's what you and your friends talk about, music and entertainment. Well, that's good because you're in the music and entertainment industry. I love that. And see, the girls I talk to, I met a few girls out here and I'm so thankful. But we talk about content. We talk about our next move. We talk about, okay, where are we traveling for this spiritual retreat? Because we need a little awakening. But you've gained weight because you're stressed. Yeah. So what do you want to do? Like, what do you want to do about that? Like, you want to stop engaging in the negativity? You want to, is like the weight affecting your stress? Is it affecting how you feel? In a good way, a bad way, negatively, positively? Because I remember when I was stressed, I lost weight. Like, I was so skinny. I'm a good weight now. But when I was stressed, I was so skinny. My face looked dull. My skin just wasn't it. And look, my skin's important to me. I don't know how you feel about it, but like, when you look better, you perform better. When you take care of yourself. See, baby, let me tell you this. July just started. Everyone wants to get their fresh cut. Everyone wants to get their braids in right now. Like, it is the first, what is it? It's July 3rd. It is July 4th tomorrow. I know y'all about to go get your hair done, your whatever done. You want to be smelling good tomorrow for July 4th. You probably got a date. You probably going out with your friends or something. Excuse me. And that's the thing, we can't just be looking good, feeling good, smelling good on celebrations on one day of the month, the 2 first weeks of the month. No, baby. You cannot afford looking crusty and dusty the last 2 weeks of the month. Okay? Like, we actually got, this is what I'm talking about, investing. This is what I'm talking about. The missing part. The missing part is that you are looking raggedy the last week of the month. We can't afford that no more. As men, as women, no. Why are you letting that grow out? Like, you let it grow out way too much. We gotta get that edge up, the trim, the oil hair, like in your hair. We gotta keep it tight. Keep it tight, keep it right. Yes. Yep. We working for this life that we actually want. What life do you actually want? If you're talking about your ideal life in your head, what do you see? What do you see? What do you see your ideal life looking like? Tell me. I want to know. When y'all are thinking and typing out your answers to that question, I'm going to tell you, I have the Bible app. I was just introduced to it recently by that friend I told y'all that I met in the modeling line. She sent me the Bible app, and I can't show you because it's on this phone, not the contact phone. But yeah, we got the Bible app, and we do plans together. So it'll show the same scripture. It'll show the devotional and the scripture, and we have to do it day by day. That's what a plan is. So we read it together, and then afterwards it has a talk about it button, and we go in the chat and we say like how we felt about that. We could ask each other questions, we could give each other feedback, and it's been so helpful. Because you feel like you're doing shit alone when you can be doing it together. And that's what I mean by attracting your target audience, attracting the people that you want to be around. For years, you could be talking about, oh, I want to attract a woman in my life that, you know, treats me like a king. I want a woman in my life that treats me like a king, that doesn't complain all the time. Does she have a right to complain? Like, what are you doing to make her complain? You want to be treated like a king, but you don't want to hear complaining, but you want to continue doing the things that she's complaining about. Can you relate? Has this happened to you before? DB, why did you retract the message? I seen it said international, but it wasn't finished. So finish the sentence because I want to know what you said. Yeah, but I'm just talking about, if you want something good in your life, you have to become it first. If you want a beautiful woman in your life, you got to become that beautiful man. You got to become that handsome man. Thank you, DB. I appreciate your time here and staying with us. You know, we got you. Thankful for. Thank you. And thank you for sharing your time and engaging. Definitely come back because we need to stay in touch. You know, if you got an Insta, my name is Nade Payday on Insta. I post more content like this on a daily basis. On YouTube, I go live like 1 to 2 times a week. But Insta, if we want daily affirmations, daily motivation, Nade Payday with 2 Y's at the end. Just like my YouTube, but an extra Y. Appreciate you. You know, we all gotta share each other and each other's prayers. Thank you for being here. We almost at an hour, y'all. You know, I try to be on here for a full hour because, you know, last time, I'm so glad y'all weren't in the live last time because I was coughing. I was feeling sick. Like, you already know what it is like when you're sick and you're like, I just can't function how I normally do. But it's like, I want to hear your music too. See? And I was just going to get into that in a second about music. Yes. But I was going to say, like, you know, when you're sick, but you just got to push through. Like, it's like content, you could take off days, but it's not PTO like a job. You don't get to just quit. You don't get to just stop. You got to keep going through it. But music wise, my videographer is actually flying out to LA this July, this month. So we're gonna have more music videos coming out this year, and I'm so excited because the last video I did was at home, like in the Midwest, and that was in October, November. And I'm like, I've been wanting to come out with a video for so many months, but you know, when you're loyal, I'm loyal. I love being loyal. I like being loyal to my hairstylist. I like being loyal to my videographer. I'm loyal to my man. Like, I love being loyal. You know, you could try new things, new people, but when you like what certain people do for you and you're like, I know you do it right. I know you do it right. And I'm going to get you right. So he's getting me right, and he's flying out to LA, and we're going to do a few music videos so we could be prepared for the rest of the year. I do have my music out, though. I have Sweet Tooth. It's all on my YouTube channel and Spotify and Apple as well. If y'all like R&B music, I am the female Tory Lanez, okay? For real though. Yes, Captain, Swisha, Puzzle Piece, Cocoa Butter. Those, I'm naming all songs that I have put out thus far. You know, I actually could probably show you. I'm gonna pull up my YouTube before y'all. Before we log off of this, I want to show y'all what music I have up right now. If y'all didn't know, I got Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth, that's a music video. Swish is a music video. We're gonna do the puzzle piece, this music video when he comes out. We're gonna do Cocoa Butter, For Real. And if y'all got ideas on if y'all got ideas, like music video ideas, because I produced these videos, but if y'all got some ideas, I'll definitely take them, because I love, you know, like having a collaboration. We could collaborate. Let's work together. Okay? Okay. Anyways, we are at a whole hour that we've been on live, and I'm so glad that you were here and joined me. You know, we gotta talk that talk, throw these golden nuggets out, and let's connect on Insta too. If you want some more like motivation, inspiration, let's really think and dive deep into our thoughts, because our thoughts is what makes us. Our thoughts are what makes us, okay? Change your mind and it'll change your life. Get your book, get your power book, get your Think and Grow Rich book, get your real estate book, get your music entertainment industry book. Like, based on whatever you're passionate about, just go and dive deep into it and stop being afraid of your own success. Don't be afraid of failure through your success, because we all fail within our success. We have setbacks. You know, God is good, but he's not gonna make our life perfect. He's gonna be there through all of the challenges and flip-flops. You feel me? But anyways, y'all have a beautiful day. I'm about to log off of this, edit this video for Friday, and I'll see you guys soon.